court to allow the child to stay in the United States, and the Trump administration, the government, deported them anyway. To petition the court in the right way, as we discussed earlier, we have these. He wasn't given that opportunity. And again, the judge is a Trump-appointed judge. This is not like some liberal whatever, as Trump would love to claim.
Yes, you
this
can
is somebody
appeal
saying
to
that they don't
judicial
have the
authority.
evidence.
Yeah, for example, I mean, I'm more of the position that, for example, the judge in 2019 who Abreu Garcia could not be deported to El Salvador, even though we knew he was here illegally. I think that when a judge does something like that, the FBI should detain them for helping house an illegal immigrant in the United States. I am against mass immigration, as has been in the United States, especially during Biden, but even before that.
Wait, but do you hear what you just said? You're getting into a scary position, right? A scary position that many bad leaders in history have used, which is if a judge rules in a way that I don't like, a way that I fundamentally disagree with, and you have the right to disagree with them, you think that the FBI should detain them and arrest them? That makes no sense. There should never be you should never, as an American.
No. I didn't say that. No, wait, Harry, you're lying. I didn't say that.
I said when a
judge breaks I said you can interpret a judge saying, "Oh, you're here illegally. I know that for a fact, but you're not getting deported because it might be dangerous back at home." I think that when a judge does that, they are willfully breaking through an emotional lens. They're appealing to emotion. That is breaking the law because they're allowing someone who is illegally here to remain here. And I think a judge like that should be arrested.
Immigration judges have a large bandwidth when it comes to these cases.
Oh, I know.
Right. So they have the ability. So there's no willful breaking of the law. If the judge is exercising their power within what they are able to do, that's definitionally not breaking the law.
I didn't say we need to throw the judge in jail. I'm saying we have to detain them and send them to a court and why do you think?
Come on.
No, and take him to court and say, hey, why do you think a guy covered in tattoos, who's here illegally, who doesn't speak any English, he's meeting with a U.S. senator, he doesn't speak English. They're like, we want him back home. You're home, dude. You don't speak English. You're home.
Brother, you got to stop. Somebody not speaking English, somebody having tattoos has nothing to do with their immigration status and whether they're in the United States or should be deported. I don't even know why you're bringing those things are absolutely not relevant whatsoever.
Harry, no tengo nada en contra de la gente que habla español. Yo hablo español.
I don't speak Spanish. You can speak Spanish.
Exactly, that's my point, Harry. I'm just saying that it's not a racist thing. It's not a language thing.
I didn't say the word racist once. I didn't say the word racist once. You are interpreting what I'm saying.
You said I'm getting into dangerous territory. That
exactly.
You're alluding to an ideology. You're alluding to authoritarianism. That's like
exactly. That is a separate thing I said to what you just said right now.
Yeah,
earlier, I was responding to the fact that you said that a judge should be detained for ruling in a way that you didn't like, and then you were saying, "Well, I don't think they should be thrown in jail. I think they should be brought in before a judge." And hold on, time out. I have to be able to finish a sentence.
Can I just say one thing and then you can finish really quick?
Sure.
You're mischaracterizing. I'm not saying arrest them because they ruled in a way I disagree. I say arrest them because I believe a jury of her peers can determine that she ruled in a way that broke the law. And, the government is perfectly within their reason to do that.
The government is actually not. The government can't just arrest anybody without evidence. No, you cannot.
The evidence is that the guy remained in the United States. There's the evidence.
I'm sorry. Wait. I'm sorry. The claim is now that the government can just go around arresting people even if they don't have evidence that they actually committed a crime and just throw them in front of a jury and see if the jury of their peers finds them guilty. We're getting into really dangerous territory, my man. Because what you're advocating for here is not a judiciary that respects people's rights.
The evidence is that the man who was unlawfully in the United States was able to remain here thanks to her ruling. That made her an accessory to that man being in the United States unlawfully. If a jury of her peers wants to review that evidence and considers it the same, there's punitive measures for those sort of things.
That is absolutely not a violation of the laws that you're citing. Like, what law are you citing that this judge broke?
We'll see. We'll let the court decide. Until then, that's.
But we can't. That cannot be the standard we have for putting people in front of a jury. Let's just let the court decide. Let's just find out. You actually have to have evidence in order to arrest somebody. And just saying, well, this judge ruled in a way that I perceive to be bad.
The evidence is that he's
by the way, I don't know
how
a judge ruling that somebody has a protected status in the United States within what the power they have is how that could possibly be illegal and worthy of detainment. But you're going down a very dangerous path. Listen.
It's very dangerous that we have judges allowing gang bangers to stay in our country.
Don't you think that following the laws and respecting people, don't you think that following the laws and respecting people's rights are more important than your end goal?
When you say follow the law, you think that the law is what you think it is, Harry. The law is quite vague in certain circumstances, and I'm advocating for the government to push for that vaguity.
It's not. There can be vagueness in law that's can be clarified by Congress. There's nothing vague about this. Judges have the absolute right to grant protected status to people who have a reasonable fear. This kind of goes back to asylum. A reasonable fear that in their home nation they will be persecuted, they will be attacked, they will be unalive, for TikTok safe language, if they were to return. They have that power. So there's no ambiguity here.
Okay, then we would ask her, we would say, did you believe that because he was affiliated to a rival gang? Did you believe that because the crime in that guy? And thus, any person who comes legally from a certain level of criminality never be deported because they're home. See, this is in court. And if the jury, maybe you're stretching the definition.
But there's no criminal. There's no crime violated here.
Maybe I'll appeal. I might appeal the decision. But the thing is, there are legal options and legal avenues to stop judges from acting in these ways.
You are making respectfully, you're making something up right now. There's no basis or legal avenue for just arresting judges and then finding out later, right? You actually have to have evidence that a law was broken, and a judge ruling in a way that you don't like, giving protected status to somebody is not illegal. You can.
What am I accusing?
The government can appeal it if they want.
What judge of doing, Harry? Let's do this.
I don't know. I don't know what law you're accusing the judge of violating. Do you have a specific statute?
Oh yeah, ChatGPT up. I don't want to look up the entire title.
You can.
There are laws. I don't want to missay the law, and then you're like, actually, that's not the right title. I'm like, okay, it's gonna take me a second.
I'm not gonna be picky here. You're citing a violation of law. I'm just curious as to.
For example, the New Mexico judge. What did he get arrested for?
The New Mexico judge. I don't know.
There's two judges: the Wisconsin woman and then the New Mexico judge.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't read the case of the New Mexico judge.
It's like harboring.
Well, if you're going to claim it's harboring a fugitive or something like that,
no, hold on. Hold on, it's loading. This new ChatGPT, the 4.0 mini, it's incredible, the AI, right? Hopefully we get, robots and, agriculture so we can justify deporting, even those people. Okay, here we go.
Makes no sense to do that, but regardless.
Okay, Title 8 U.S. Code 1324, bringing in and harboring certain aliens.
Wait, say that again? Say the statute.
Title 8 U.S. Code 1324. Key Section A1, Section A. It is unlawful for any person who, knowing or in reckless disregard of the fact that an alien has come to, entered, or remaining in the United States in violation of the law, conceals, harbors, or shields from detection or attempts to do so. What is detection? Is detection the fact that if ICE detains you, then the judge can just snap you right back? Maybe that's what that means. Let's take her to court and try and throw her in jail.
Right. You're misreading this law. Obviously, this doesn't apply to judges. And do you have any precedents of this applying to judges as well?
Because again, which is why I hope we have a very good prosecutor, of which there are many.
A judge. You're misreading the law. This is so painfully obvious.
Okay, what part of that
listen to the title of the law again. Bringing in and harboring certain aliens, right? Regarding undocumented people. A judge ruling in a certain way is not bringing in
hold on.
harboring anybody.
Can I say something? Can I say there's more? Paragraph 4 encourages or induces an alien to enter or reside in the United States. She is encouraging him. And not only that, she is inducing him to stay and reside in the United States in reckless disregard of the fact that such coming to the country, entry or residence is or will be in violation of the law.
Okay, so read that last 2 lines for me.
Yes. Reckless disregard of the fact that such coming to, entry, or residence is or will be in violation of the law.
Okay,
when he entered at the age of 16, hold on. When he entered at the age of 16, he entered illegally. That judge knew that for a fact, but she put a protective order. That protective order induced and encouraged that man to stay here illegally, which is in violation of Title 8, Code 1324.
You're misreading the law once again. I'm going to read this very slowly. Encourages or induces an alien. Hold on. Encourages or induces an alien to come to, enter, or reside in the United States, knowing or in reckless disregard of the fact that such coming to, entry, or residence is or will be in violation of the law. This judge is not encouraging or inducing anybody to come to or enter or reside in the United States. Kilmar Abrego Garcia went to court with a claim. The Kilmar Abrego Garcia presided evidence of his claim. The judge said that's a compelling argument. You are granted this protective order. You are allowed to stay in the United States. You are allowed to stay in the United States due to a reasonable belief that you will be persecuted, killed, whatever it might be in your home nation. That is absolutely within a judge's right to do. So you're picking random paragraphs in this law and hoping that it applies to this judge. This judge is absolutely within their right to do that.
That's what law is.
This is not what the law is. The law is not used to punish people who you don't like just for the sake of punishing them. And this is what's happening right now. You want Kilmar Abrego Garcia to be punished simply because you don't like him. You want the judge in this question. You want the judge in this question to be punished just because you don't like them.
I want the law to be enforced for the sake of the national security of this country.
This is not enforcing of the law.
I read two.
Listen. I'm so sorry. I do have to mute you now because this is getting absurd. You are picking and choosing laws to apply to a judge in this case simply because you do not like the judge. You do not like their ruling. This law does not apply to judges ruling within their rights. A judge is allowed this. A judge is allowed to rule this. So now what? Administration back 2021 and 2025, president just start arresting judges saying, don't think that this is within your right. Let's just throw a bunch of juries and see what happens. This is inherently incredibly authoritarian, and you're going down a bad. As an American, reel yourself back in from the rabbit hole you're going down and say, I feel way regarding immigration. I don't like immigration. I don't want immigrants. Fine, your view wrong. Whatever. But you have to stop the let's arrest a judge in a law that may apply to them, obviously, and throw them in front of it. Stop.
Well, I think the government identifying laws, I don't see you say it doesn't apply to judges. That's fine for you to say. I didn't read that. You didn't read that. All I read was that, harboring someone and inducing them to stay here illegally is against the law. And you say this doesn't apply to judges. I'm sorry, I don't see that. Perhaps you can read the part where it says it doesn't apply to judges.
No, it's not that it doesn't apply to judges. Let me be clear here. A judge can, outside in their personal capacity, like harbor somebody, right? That's perfectly possible. But when it comes to ruling that somebody has a protective order is granted in the United States, that obviously does not fall under this law. You'd have to allege a bigger conspiracy. You'd have to allege a bigger conspiracy, like the judge is ruling in that way. With the bad intention of harboring this person and is also taking a further action to harbor this person.
I understand that, Harry. I really do. And hopefully we do take it to court. You be the defense, I'll be the prosecution. We'll let the jury decide.
Sure.
But that is how the law works. I do think that the FBI has enough to, you could say you're grasping at straws. Yeah, that's how law works. And if those straws get you someone who, broke the law, that's great. How is that wrong? But anyway, we're going down a rabbit hole in and of itself in conversation. And Donald Trump doesn't even support that. So that's where I stand on the issue. So I think that Donald Trump is terrible, perhaps because he's not going, far enough, even though, the directionality, I think, is okay.
All right. Well, listen, we will leave it there just because I want to make sure I'm circling people up and having new conversation. But I do appreciate you coming up. I do appreciate the conversation, even if we disagree.
And sorry for interrupting, by the way.
No, that's part of the
It's part of being passionate, right?
Totally. All right, man.
All right. Take care, man.
Likewise. Yo, Yonosha, thanks for the 10. Hey, Harry, I'm in the box. Please bring me on MAGA, but a big fan of yours. We missed you. Yonosha, I remember you. You're the Trump supporter who watches and supports. That's always very kind. I genuinely appreciate that. And we can try to get you up here for sure. Kaylee, thanks for the 1. I said it once and said it again. You're so handsome, and your intelligence makes you 20 times better looking. What a kind. I appreciate that. It's very kind. Oh, Jennifer, thank you for the $100. That's so kind. Can we get some W's for Jennifer and Jason in the chat? Jafer and Jason. Jason Kane, I miss you going live. We need to do what's right for your mental health. So happy to see you. Also, we're from Chi-Town, and this guy does about. Yeah, no, I appreciate you. Get some love, Jafer, in the chat. Those are some good folks who have been supporting me for a very long time. It's not even for my mental health. Honestly, it's not that I'm not going live for mental health. It's just that I think that this space has become very toxic for the most part. And I think there are bad people in this space. I think there are a lot of grifters in this space. I think that there are a lot of people who will debate on TikTok live all day and, scream from the rooftops and be more of a performer than somebody who's trying to make the country better. They'll take money from people and do that every day. And I think that's wrong. And I don't want to, for the most part, contribute to that. But, I do still enjoy having conversations and going live and talking to people. But no, I don't like the whole, I just don't like the space anymore. Just don't like space. And by the way, this is not, just want to be clear. I know people are saying in the chat, this is not shade toward any specific person. It's not shade toward any individual person, as people are saying. I'm not throwing shade at anybody in particular. I just noticed this to be like a new trend. So not my thing. But again, I'll still go live every once in a while. You know what I mean? I'll still have conversations with people. I still love debate. But there are a lot of people who will sit up here. They don't actually do anything in their personal lives to further a cause. They don't actually care about these issues. They'll try to get moments where they dunk on people for cash. And then, and turn around and be like, oh, donate to me. It's like, I don't fuck with that, man. I don't fuck with that at all. I don't fuck with that one bit. And as I said, I think that the space has become very toxic, in the sense that, and I said this earlier, that I think, how do I put this? Maybe I shouldn't put it nicely. I'm trying to think about how to put it. I don't think that I don't think a lot of these lives are very convincing. I think if you can sit down and have a good conversation, I think we did with that last guy, I think they can be very convincing. I think they can be convincing for people. But a lot of the dunking on, when we ask people gotcha questions on TikTok live just to embarrass and humiliate them, that does nothing to convince them. Matter of fact, I've said this before, psychology 101 is that if somebody feels insulted by you or attacked by you, they're less likely to believe you. So if you insult somebody, say you're a dumb idiot, right? And then the next thing you say is the sky is blue. They're less likely to believe the objective fact that the sky is blue. You could be 100% right and have all the evidence that backs you. But if you're sitting here saying, oh, name the 3 branches of government, or what's, how many sides of this shape, they're less likely to believe you if you're just trying to make them feel dumb. And so that's why I've stopped for a while. That's just me. I don't know. Again, I want to reiterate that people are saying, oh, it's this person or that person in the chat. There's no individual person I'm talking about right now. There's no individual person. There's no former friends. I know people are saying some names in the chat. There's no former friends that I'm adding in particular. This is just my view on the space broadly. So, that's just me. That's just me. Anyway, if you're MAG in the chat and you want to talk, feels targeted. I can assure you it's not. It's not. The side is so divided, though. I mean, I agree. I think we need to stop tearing each other down all the time on the left. MAGA can have opinions. God forbid Harry does, says Diane. God forbid. What a terrible thing. What's going on, Martin?
Hi, how are you, bro?
I'm good. How old are you?
21.
21. All right, man. Did you support Donald Trump still?
Yeah, I support Elon Musk, and whatever Elon Musk does, I will support you.
Really?
Yeah. I have a tattoo of Tesla in my left leg.
All right, bro. Yeah, but just get the hell out of here, bro. Come on, man. You can't be hitting me with that. You can't be hitting me with that, man. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. All right, if you're sorry, I got a call from the Chris Mowry. Let me text him actually, see if he wants to come up. Sorry, doing a TikTok live. If you want to join, see what he wants. It's my guy right there. That's my really good friend. It's my best friend, Chris Mowry, man. It's a really good dude. It's a really good dude. Really good dude. Bullshit aside, no, politics aside, really good fucking guy. Like I've a real friend. First of all, Chris is a real friend. But second of all, Chris, like aside from being a real friend, is like a really good dude. I've seen this guy operate in private, obviously, because we're best friends. We hang out. I've seen him operate in private. Just a really good dude. Really cares about this space as well. Really care about making a difference. That's why he got involved. That's why we're still involved. So, yeah. Anyway, all right. If you're MAGA, let me know in the chat. I will bring you up and we can talk. Love Chris, but you're my favorite debater. Izzy. Oh, your name is Izzy. Well, I appreciate that. That's very kind. That's very kind. Politics aside, love that guy, W. Chris. Hell yeah. This guy says he loves the LA Rams. He loves the LA Rams. U2 and GT. Met GT this week, actually, in person. Good fucking guy as well. Good fucking guy as well. Have you debated Charlie Kirk? No. Your hair looks great like this. Let me tell you something. When I was at this conference, I had a number of my friends come up and be like, I like your hair like this a lot. I feel like I've been doing my hair like this the same way for a while. I feel like nothing's changed. Giants Carter. You won't debate Charlie because you'll lose. First of all, I want this guy to come up. Second of all, I would love to debate Charlie Kirk if he wants to come on and debate anytime. I'll go there. He come here. I don't care. I'd happy to. It's grown out a bit. It looks good. My girlfriend and I were just talking about this, actually. I was like, I'm going to go get a haircut before the conference. She was like, if you do that, I'll be very sad. I'd be, why? I said, why? She's like, I like your hair longer. I said, okay. All right. Anyway, sorry, my buddy played for Penn State. Are you saying your buddy was Abdul Carter? I find that hard to believe that you're friends with Abdul Carter, but maybe you are, and maybe I look like a jackass right now. All right. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting distracted. If you're MAGA, let me know in the chat. Happy wife, happy life. Isn't that? Come on, Angie. Isn't that a good philosophy? Bro, some of these comments, bro. Jeez Louise, man. Come on, man. That's too easy. All right, sorry. I'm getting distracted again. If you're MAGA, let me know. We'll get you up here. What the hell is that profile picture? What the hell is that profile picture? All right, again, double tap the screen if you want to support the live, all that good stuff. What's going on?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's going on?
I'm not MAGA, bro. I'm just one thing before you kick me. Did you take AP World in high school?
Are you got to be above the age of 18 to be here, my brother.
I know, but just listen.
All right. Yes, I believe I did. I don't recall.
What was the DBQ on, if you remember, like the exam?
Dude, I don't know. I couldn't tell you, my man. I'm sorry. I'm not the guy for this. I can maybe go back through my Google Docs. Was it on a Google? I might have written it on a Google Docs because I think I took the exam the year that COVID was, and like it was online. I can maybe go back and see what it was, but off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you.
Okay, thank you. Good night.
Hey, good luck though. Good luck though in the APs. All right, really study for them. They matter. I promise.
Yeah.
All right, man. Have a good one, bro. Appreciate you. Let me tell you, I wish I took more APs in high school, man. Really wish I did. I was still like new to the United States. You know what I'm saying? I just came from Ireland. Well, I came here when I was 14. So I guess when I was like a senior in high school, junior high school, it wasn't like new per se, but I didn't really know the whole AP thing. So I wish I took more. What's going on, Pablo? Hello, bro.
Nothing much. No, I'm not mad. I just wanted you to bring me up. I just wanted to say, hey, you're doing a very fantastic job. I don't care whoever says bad things about you.
Hey, I appreciate you, brother. That really means a lot. And thank you for coming up here and saying that. Truly, it means the world.
No problem, hey. I know you had a rough time. I don't care about that. We're kids. Well, we're not kids, but we're young. Well, I was a young adult back then, and we did stupid things. But what I mean, we learned from our mistakes. We could
totally
pass that, but they don't. The other side, they just want to keep on pressing on you on that. But hey, on my books, you and Chris and Dean, and I know you don't talk to them anymore, but they're y'all rocking.
Hey, man. Well, hey, I appreciate you a lot. Genuinely, it means the world that we have folks like yourself who are supporting us. Chris and I won't speak. I'll speak for us, but yeah, man. Genuinely, I appreciate it. You have a good night. All right.
Thank you. Have a good one. Be safe.
Thanks, Pablo. Right, likewise, bye. Brother. Have a good one. Nice guy. Nice guy. Nice guy. Yo, Jennifer. Jennifer's such a. We'll hop on Fort in a sec. Appreciate the 10, Jennifer. Missed your face and your debates. I'm super glad to see you this evening. As usual, thanks for doing all that you do. You make a difference. Hey, Jennifer, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for being here. Shout out Jennifer. She's always here supporting. Abigail, thanks for the 1. So happy you're back. I'm glad to be back. Sort of. Luis, thanks for the 5. I have my own live because of you. Hey, man, I'm glad that you have your own live. Make sure to conduct the conversations in a way that you'd be proud of, so we can try to convince people to maybe come to our side. I mean a lot. All right. Anyway, if you're MAGA, let me know, and we'll talk. This guy's been spam, so we'll give him an invite. Give him an invite. You, bro.
No, hey, that's my profile picture when he was younger.
Okay, but how have to be above, the age of 18 to be here?
Oh no, I'm 20. I'm 20.
Okay. You've been spamming MAGA for a while. But I'd
no, because you've been bringing that is in your shit.
I don't know, man. I just these people don't know the political affiliations of anybody I bring up. We're just hoping that they're MAGA.
No, I what you do too. Politics in general. I'm just like I want to know what you think about what has done.
Just as a heads up, when you go off the app, I can't hear you. You've just been pausing yourself for a little.
Oh shit, my bad. Yeah. Plugged in.
Gotcha.
I was just genuinely curious about what you think about the like the ICE and like the immigration that Trump has done, and like what problem do you see with him deporting these like illegal immigrants? Like they're not supposed to be here. Like I'm just curious.
Sure. So first and foremost, my biggest issue with how Trump has conducted his immigration policy is the mere fact that he has broken the law a number of times by doing it. Judges have ordered that he
how
totally. So there were flights that were in that a judge a month or so back ordered that Donald Trump have not take off to different South American countries to deport people because the way that they went about it was clearly in violation of the law. The judge said none of these flights can take off. If the flights are in the air, they have to come back immediately. They were concerned about the due process rights of the people on flights and the way that the federal government had conducted those flights. The Trump administration knew that they had to bring back those planes. They allowed them to take off anyway. They allowed them to reach their destination, and it was in complete defiance of the court that ruled on it. And also, of course, we had a 9-0 Supreme Court that the Trump administration had to facilitate Kilmar Abrego Garcia's return. He's a Maryland man who was deported, is now currently sitting in an El Salvador torture prison without any due process rights. The Trump administration has so far ignored the Supreme Court, has not facilitated his return, and argued that the Supreme Court ruled something else. It's been very strange, and that's just a couple of examples of many.
Wait, so hold on, that guy was a legal U.S. citizen?
No, that person, Kilmar Abrego Garcia, was not in the country per se legally, but he was granted a protective order to stay here and not be deported back to El Salvador.
Okay. Well, I understand that you said legally in air quotes there, but isn't that the entire point of being in America, being here legally?
I mean, yeah, I mean, of course, I think everybody in this country would prefer that people come here legally, but we understand that, there are certain circumstances where people are desperate. They are being targeted in their home countries. They've lost their job. There's no income for them. They don't have a economic future in their home country. So they come to the United States and try to seek a better life here. And I think that the most rational and pragmatic position to have is, hey, let's not just deport everybody. Let's deport people who are bad. Let's deport criminals who are breaking our laws and hurting our people.
Absolutely.
But if somebody's just here illegally, they overstayed a green card or a visa, I don't think that automatically means that they should be deported. If they're following our laws, they're paying taxes. I mean, look, a lot of these people who have overstayed their green cards are working jobs. They have families here. Their kids are going to school. They coach the soccer team. That makes no sense to deport somebody who's generating economic activity for the United States and paying taxes. It makes no sense to deport that person. So I'm like, hey, let's deport the people who are hurting Americans. But if you're just living your life, your kids are going to school, I have no problem with you being here. Let's put that person on a pathway to citizenship.
Okay. All right. No. Okay. So, okay. So,
well, do you disagree? I mean,
yeah, I do.
Okay.
So when you said that they were say they're doing their taxes, say they're doing all that shit, if you're not in this country legally, you are breaking the law. Do you respect the law?
Oh, I of course respect the law. I mean, but there's some nuance here with regards to
no, 100%. But I just think there are certain circumstances where I could be like, oh, I feel so bad for these people, but it's the law for a reason, and if you are breaking it, then you should be deported.
So
that's
things.
How I feel. That's how I feel. I'm sorry.
A lot of people on the conservative side feel that way, but I have two problems here. With number one, most of the cases regarding people being in the country undocumented, most of those cases are civil cases, so they're not actually criminal cases. They're not treated as criminal cases, so somebody's not jailed or something for that. But these civil cases can lead to deportation proceedings. But it can become a criminal case if there is, for example, you're deported and then you try to re-enter the country. That's when it becomes a criminal case. So there's some nuance there regarding it. And what was the other point you made? Yeah. Following the law, respecting the law. I respect the law.
Yeah.
But it's clear that the Republican Party and Donald Trump does not. Trump is a 34-time convicted felon. He had many other indictments in different jurisdictions in the United States. And many people in the legal field perceive these cases to be home runs against Donald Trump because the evidence was so overwhelming against him. So the Democrats are the ones saying, hey, let's follow the law. I have no problem following the law. But Trump is literally a criminal, you know?
Well, I don't think he is. Say that because he has never been. He has never.
Doesn't matter, right?
Been truly convicted.
Yeah, he has been convicted. A jury of his peers unanimously, 34 felonies, single one. There was a case, defense. He might have gone to jail if he weren't elected president. He hadn't had sentencing yet. But since president, the judge literally said.
You think that if he wasn't elected this year, that he
Yeah. I think it'd be very likely. Not necessarily because of the case he was, but because the other. But yeah, like genuinely the only reason, and I really mean only reason Donald Trump is a free man right now, president of the United States. If he weren't elected, I am so confident that he'd be sitting in jail right now or on the verge of.
I mean, I obviously disagree with that. I just think that I don't know. The points that you've proven are like, yeah, I respect you. I think you're doing a great job. I just disagree with you on most things.
That's okay.
And so my next question to you was going to be about like the racism remarks about Donald Trump.
Okay.
Like race, is calling him all this. When he on his cabinet that are African American, any other race whatsoever, I don't understand why. Well, no, I do understand. I understand why people may see that from his past and like everything that he's done. Maybe you hate him, maybe you don't, but I feel like he's done nothing to prove that he's a racist. And I would like to hear your response.
Yeah, I mean, I would just disagree. I think his past shows that. I think the most compelling example of this is when the government sued him back in the 1970s for housing discrimination at his hotels, his properties not hotels, his residences in New York. His company was denying Black applicants, people of color. And the government actually did a test to prove this. They sent in white applicants saying, we want space in your building. We would like to live here, things of that nature. They said, yes, sure, you can come and, live in this building, whatever you want. And then they sent in a Black family and they said, hey, we want to live here. And they were denied.
Hold on. Who sued?
I believe it was actually it was a Department of Justice. I was going to say the state of New York, but it was a Department of Justice.
Their entire Department of Justice sued Donald Trump?
Well, somebody in the chat maybe can correct me. I haven't looked at this case in a while. I believe it was the DOJ. Yeah, it was the DOJ. People are saying the DOJ. Yeah, so the DOJ took action against Trump saying, hey, we believe that there's racial discrimination taking place at your buildings in New York. And the case eventually ended up in a settlement. It was never like a guilty or anything, but the team and Trump himself had to take out like articles in newspapers saying, our buildings are open to everybody and everyone, regardless of race. They had to go through certain trainings, some racial trainings and racial bias trainings, things of that nature as part of the settlement. Trump also tried to countersue, and his case was tossed out of court twice by two different judges. So, I think that's a pretty clear example of Trump engaging in some pretty gross racism. I think anybody would agree with that. I also think his conduct regarding the Central Park Five, taking out an entire newspaper page to accuse 5 innocent Black kids of committing a heinous crime that now hated many times over.
Yeah. Bring that up. Yeah. No. Did you see what he said afterwards, though?
Yeah, I mean, kind of walked over the years. I still think.
No. Yeah. Obviously, yeah. What he said in the beginning, but he also thought that it was rightful conviction. Yeah, I understand. And I was saying I'm fucking uneducated. I'm literally just here asking.
Don't worry about it, brother. It's okay. Like the internet can be a tough place. Just don't listen to them. You're good, man.
No, yeah. And then my last final thing was about the election this year. I'm just curious, like, if the left hates Trump so much, then why was he elected again? Yeah, I mean, it obviously it can't all be the right voting for him.
Totally.
In America, that just can't happen. I'm just curious.
Yeah, it's a good question. So the left still hates Donald Trump, but the majority of the country is not. Democrats. We have a lot of independents in this country. We have a lot of Republicans in this country, and there's a lot of really interesting data points. I was actually just listening to a podcast today between Gavin Newsom and Scott Galloway. For everybody watching at home, if you haven't listened to this, it was specifically about young men shifting. I would highly recommend it. The data is compelling. So, for example, that's a big reason as to why Donald Trump won. Young men, young white men but young men between the ages of 18 and 24, especially, shifted toward Donald Trump in a major way. Now, this is a much longer conversation than we can have right now. There's so many different reasons as to why young men did, but it's because Donald Trump prioritized them. Go ahead.
Hold on. Sorry. Do you think Charlie Kirk had a big influence on that?
I'm sure he
because
did.
I saw him going from like campus to campus.
Totally. Yeah, I'm sure he did. I think it was like almost a perfect storm for Donald Trump with young men, which is the Democrats have, I think, ignored young men for far too long. We kind of just expected them to vote for us. That's never a good philosophy politically. I think Charlie Kirk and others have done a really good job at going to college campuses and unfortunately lying to these young men and saying that I think Donald Trump would be better.
Lying?
I think Charlie Kirk does a lot of lying, 100%. I think a lot of what he says
really?
is misinformation.
What about his like he does a lot of events with Vivek too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean Vivek and all these other guys kind of embraced the brosphere of young men around the country. They went on Joe Rogan, which is of course a very young male podcast, has a young male listener and audience. I think 100%. It was just a perfect storm for Trump when it comes to young men, and that's why you saw so many young men shift toward Trump, and that's a big reason as to why he won. But even through all these different trends, it still was a very close election, only 200,000 votes in 3 different swing states. If those votes would have switched to Kamala Harris, she'd be president of the United States right now. So it's not necessarily like Donald Trump won by 1 billion votes. But it is what it is.
No, yeah, I agree. Do you think like the left will start doing what Charlie Kirk and Vivek started doing after the next election or towards the next election?
I hope. I think that we've seen some attempts at kind of replicating what Charlie Kirk is doing.
No, because sorry.
No.
I'll personally say I go to Westchester, so I saw Vivek. Unfortunately Charlie couldn't come, but I went to that rally. I thought it was a great rally. And then there's this one actor, I forget who. Robert De Niro. Yep. That's who it was. Yep. For the left came to Westchester, and I like not even shit talking. The rally was so much bigger. I'm sorry, I forget his.
Robert
De Niro. Yeah. And I'm just like outside look from where I am, I see a bunch of people at this rally, and then I see a lot less at this one rally, and I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good point. I think that that's an example of the Democrats just not getting it right. Like people like Charlie Kirk and the other people you mentioned, like have made a name for themselves among young men. People like Robert De Niro, who's a fantastic actor, incredibly talented.
No, person. I love him no matter 100%. What. Yeah.
But he's not necessarily the type of person that's really speaking to young men directly. Whereas like Charlie Kirk is speaking to young men directly. So for example, if you go to a theater and you have 2 different events, one with Robert De Niro, and the main demographic of that area is like adults, like people between the ages of 40 and 60, the whole stadium would be filled for Robert De Niro. If Charlie Kirk tried to have that same event, it'd probably be empty. 100%. So it's just like, speaking to different demographics.
Okay. So you just think that like, well, I mean, it was obviously really smart because he ended up winning. And yeah. I think it was really smart that he ended up going to all these campuses and doing all these talks. And then, of course, like he posts on TikTok, like the most lunatic alt-right or alt-left liberals.
Yeah.
And it's like, it just, I think they did a great job. I genuinely do making, I'm sorry to say this, but they made the left scene insane.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah. I mean, I think they did it in a disingenuous way. Like, as you said, I think Charlie Kirk takes like the looniest of the loons on the left and then portrays them as the left. And of course, anybody that sees say that person's crazy. I think they did a really good job of being disingenuous in achieving that goal in terms of like achieving it. And it worked. It worked.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I mean, it did. I'm also curious if you like, Have you watched some of his clips?
Charlie Kirk's? Yeah, totally.
Yeah, yeah. Do you agree with any of it?
No, I mean,
No?
I really can't think of any points that Charlie Kirk and I align on. I know some of his main arguments, reproductive rights, for example. He compared.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. No. Yeah.
Yeah. So like,
what? Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard him talk about reproductive rights in a way that's actually pragmatic and cares for people, cares for women and their well-being. I think he talks about reproductive rights from a very selfish view. So that's just one example. But no, I've never really seen, or I don't think Charlie Kirk is all that impressive, and I don't think I've ever seen him articulate a point in a way that I would agree.
Okay. No, hey, dude. But yeah, like I said in the beginning, I respect that completely. Like we can all disagree, so it's anything.
Totally.
I just genuinely wanted to know what you thought about these certain things. And then my final question, for like a lot of the last election with Trump and Kamala, there was talk about World War III. There was talk about going to war if Kamala's elected. We're going to war. Blah blah blah. All these things, and then like Trump gets elected, and then forget. I forget what country it was, but someone like called like a ceasefire, and like, do you think that Trump has like a more like affirmative stance, like, because it seems as though like countries are more afraid of him than they were of Biden, and then than they would have been Kamala.
No, I disagree. And I might go on a little bit of a rant here. I'll try to keep it short. But the countries you're referencing are Israel and the H group. There was a ceasefire then. That ceasefire was actually negotiated by the Biden administration. Biden announced that announced that ceasefire shortly before he left office. That framework that was implemented was a framework that the Biden administration had been working on since the spring of that year. So spring of 2024. And around December of 2024, that's when President Biden announced it. They've been working on that for a really long time. So number one, that's Joe Biden. Number two, I think the idea that like countries are more scared of Donald Trump than they are of Kamala Harris is a total lie. I think a lot of that is baked, is Trump kind of pushing a misogynistic view of women, that women can't be powerful, women can't be leaders and be scary in their own right in office. And I think that the evidence does not back up Donald Trump's point. I think a lot of these wars that Donald Trump blamed on Joe Biden, like Ukraine or the Middle East, had nothing to do with Joe Biden. And you're seeing that conflicts take place under every president. Right now, Israel and the H group are still fighting. Right now, Russia and Ukraine are still fighting. There's been no progress there. And then now, just in the past day or so, India and Pakistan have started going at each other once again in a conflict that's existed for a very long time. So these conflicts happen under everybody. And if the thought is that, all these countries are scared of Donald Trump, I'm waiting to see it, because Putin hasn't backed down. Israel hasn't backed down. India and Pakistan are still fighting. There's conflict happening all over the world. I'm still yet to see any of these countries in fear when it comes to conflict. No, I think realistically, and by the way, a lot of these countries look at Donald Trump and manipulate. We have intelligence. Russia and Putin view Donald Trump as easy to flatter. If you just play into it, he can be manipulated into doing what they want.
Hold on. Hasn't Russia and Trump, like, they've been aligned? Like, when he was in power, they and Putin respected each other.
I don't think so at all. I think
really. Wait.
Yeah, I think Trump likes Putin. I think that they like, but in terms of like, is that good for the United States? Not. Joe Biden was significantly tougher on Russia. Joe Biden actually and implemented policies that aren't pro-Russia, but what Donald Trump has done has been pro-Russia every step of the way, whether it be temporarily stopping intelligence sharing with Ukraine, which genuinely just led to the killing of innocent people for no reason. It was reversed, or it be stopping military shipments to Ukraine, which was then also reversed, which also led to people dying and Ukraine not having the ability to defend themselves. All of that is something that Putin wants. Like, that's Putin's dream, right? And as Biden said in his first interview since leaving office the other day, what Trump is doing is trying to appease Putin by saying, hey, you can have this land, and in exchange for a ceasefire, that's just appeasing Putin. You know what I mean? Anyway, I don't want to go too much down that rabbit hole, but no, it's not. What Trump in his relationship with Putin is not good for the United States whatsoever.
No.
And Harris would have been much better when it comes to foreign policy than Donald Trump.
With Russia?
With Russia, with Pakistan and India, with the Middle East, with any other country you can think of. She would have been significantly better, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I think she has... Go ahead, sorry.
No. I was just gonna say I don't see that at all. Like knowing Trump when he was in office.
I mean, look, I just think that experience matters with stuff like this. I think that if you're stepping into a room with Putin, or you're talking to Xi Jinping, or you're talking to Netanyahu, whatever it might be, whatever leader you're talking to, you want someone who's been in these rooms before. And Kamala Harris had that experience. Joe Biden had that experience. Donald Trump so far has been a businessman in his career, not a great one. But his only experience is being president, and even when he was president the first time,
successful businessman. He's been a very successful.
I don't think you can say a businessman is successful if they've gone bankrupt 6 times.
He's a billionaire, dude.
Because he inherited a lot of real estate from his father in New York, and New York is the best place to have real estate if you want to make a bunch of money. So, he had a bunch of bankruptcies. He also was found liable for extensive business fraud. So a lot of the money he made in a fraudulent way, not following the laws like everybody else has to. The Trump organization was found guilty of all 11 tax charges against it, every single one. So no, I don't think he's a great businessman. But point is that Kamala Harris has been in politics and public service her entire life. She's had intelligence briefings, classified briefings on foreign policy in different countries. Donald Trump was president for 4 years, and even during those 4 years, no progress was made on foreign policy. China got stronger, Russia got stronger, North Korea got stronger. He achieved none of his goals with North Korea, and we're right back in that saga right now.
I mean, Kamala Harris also put people away for many years for smoking weed. So
it's actually, unfortunately, I'm going to have to kick you now because TikTok is really specific about what drug names you can say on TikTok. So I'm going to kick you.
Oh, shit. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Yeah,
you're good. You're good. But I'll answer your question while you're down there because I really didn't want to have to do that. I apologize. It's just, the app is very particular about this stuff. So what I will say is that that's actually not true. There's a lot of misinformation regarding Kamala Harris and her prosecution of people using certain substances. In many cases, a lot of the people who were sent away for crimes pertaining to the green stuff, we'll call it, were people who trafficked or distributed or sold, things like that, right? It wasn't just using. It was a lot of trafficking and further crimes in addition to possession, for example. And sometimes the possession charges are added in order to get a plea deal or a longer sentence for somebody who has done something really bad, right? So prosecutors will use like hey, we know that you used this substance. We know that you possessed it. And we know that you trafficked it and everything else. If you don't take our plea deal, we will prosecute you for every single thing here. If you do, maybe we'll only include these charges in a plea deal, if that makes sense. So there's a lot to that. But I wanted to quickly talk about something that he mentioned in that conversation, which is the Democratic Party is terrible with young men. We do not care. We do not even try to get young men to we do not even try to get young men to vote for us. And I think that, the Republican Party has done such a good job of that. They've done such a good job of recruiting young men to vote for him. And it's really hurtful to see that because obviously I don't want young men to vote for Donald Trump. But we are really bad at it. And there's a lot more I can say about that. But anyway. Anyway, but I think I will wrap up the debates for now. Just wanted to come on here for a little bit tonight and chat. Eve, thanks for the Galaxy. I appreciate you. And shout out to everybody that's supporting on Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal. Didn't hear any of that from the glitch. I'm sorry that there was a glitch. I didn't know that. Kaylin, thanks for $30. Not MAGA. Please read my comment in the live. Kaylin, if I see your comment, I will definitely read it. I'm sorry that I've missed it. Michael, thanks for the 25. Glad to see you on, Harry. Definitely want to contribute to you more regularly. You do a good job. We need to stop Trump. I couldn't agree more. Listen, before I read more of these, I just want to remind everybody that I have a newsletter that comes out every Tuesday and Thursday. It didn't come out this Tuesday because I was at a conference, but we will get back on our regular schedule. It's on Substack. I read about different topics every single week. You can vote right now. The articles are for free, totally free to read. or you can become a paid subscriber on Substack, which does go an incredibly long way. So if you support what I'm doing here, you support what I do on TikTok, YouTube, whatever, you can become a paid subscriber on Substack. It really means a lot. It's only $4.99 a month. I didn't want to make it like $20. I wanted to make it as like cheap as like a coffee for a month. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to subscribe to me on Substack, the link is in my bio. I'd really appreciate it. You can become a paid subscriber there. And again, I every Tuesday and Thursday directly to your email inbox. So you don't even have to like go on the app to read it if you want. It goes directly to your email inbox if you subscribe. So I'd really appreciate it if you do that. I also post YouTube videos every single day. We're going to be getting more into the groove on YouTube, kind of like an everyday kind of show with more news and more analysis, things like that. Certainly more analysis than I do on TikTok. So I've been meaning to promote my Substack, my newsletter, and my YouTube throughout the stream. I'm just really bad at self-promo, if you haven't been able to tell. So anyway, Jade, thanks for the $2. I was great in 2019, and I'm going back to school this summer for social work to help young people who went through what I did. Wow, Jade, that is so impressive. I don't think I would have had the courage to go into that field if I hadn't come across your streams. I thank you and Chris for everything you guys do. Can we get some fucking WJs in the chat, man? What a impressive person. I mean, what an impressive person. First of all, I'm so sorry that happened to you in 2019. But the fact that you've, you're trying to help people who went through something similar and putting in the work to do that is so impressive. So I want to give you your flowers. That is amazing. And I really appreciate the support. But what's far more important than you watching the streams is the fact that you're like really making a difference for people in their lives. You're going back to school to do that. So I wish you the best of luck. Please reach out if you ever need anything. That is so fantastic. And understand that people like myself, people like Chris, the lovely people in the chat that are watching, we are rooting for you. We are rooting for you. It can be a very isolating world out there, especially in social work fields. It can be very isolating. It can feel tough at times. So understand when things look dark, when you're not feeling right, understand that I'm rooting for you. Chris is rooting for you. We're all rooting for you. Shout out Jade. What an impressive story. What an amazing person as well. That's just so awesome. Haley, good to see you, Haley. Hi, Harry. Hope you guys had an amazing, in all caps, time in DC. Hope you're doing so well in general. We always appreciate the work that you do. And look who is that in the profile picture? Is that Mr. Chris Mowry? What the fuck? W Haley. That's sick. Look at that Chris Mowry in the profile picture. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. My my beautiful girlfriend just Venmo'd me a cent saying, "Can we play now?" Because she wants to go play Fortnite. And I think I'm gonna have to go do that, ladies and gents. Duty is calling. Duty is calling. So I'm gonna go do that now. But once again, I just want to remind everybody that I do have a newsletter Tuesdays and Thursdays. Sign up to subscribe. Link in W Girlfriend. Shout out, I'm really important. That's a great guy right there as well. You got to check him out if you haven't already. Newsletter, link in bio, Tuesdays and Thursdays on Substack. I post on YouTube every single day. And I'd love to go live more and talk more about the things that we talked today about, which is the TikTok, my issues with it. The Democratic Party continues to what we can do better and how do we convince more. Shout out. And I'm good, man. Can't complain. I hope we're doing make sure to drop a follow if you haven't heard very much. And we will talk soon, okay? Thanks to anything is in my bio on Substack. If you want to support on YouTube, Instagram. Oh, Haley Substack articles. What an amazing person. On all the links in the bio. It would mean a lot.
Matt's gonna design you a dress, Starina.
Yeah, I can.
Hospital realness.
So there's one piece. So there's one piece of bad news about all of this.
Double tap, you guys. What? Anyone's in here, double tap for me.
So I tried to turn these settings on like other iPad for me to like duet to it, and I don't know how.
How are you, man?
Thank you for the paper cream, Psycho Circus.
Kimber, it's been a minute since I've been on live.
Maybe I know what's going on with that.
I'm a full-time student. It's hard.
I have no idea. But
Baby, I've really been missing you.
Thanks for liking the live, guys.
I know, it's just I've been a full-time student trying to. It's hard to do everything.
Well, you're gonna have to learn to make some time for us.
So you're too busy for us? Is that what you're saying?
Thank you,
No,
Psycho
I got time for this.
Matt Ortiz, come on.
You are so sweet. Thank you so much. I love the night star. We are the night star. Together, our star will shine
What's your
bright.
name, then? I'm curious.
Hey, Noli. Noli.
Oh, where's my...
Together, the night star. Oh, Psycho Circus, how's your ferret, by the way? What is the update with that?
Psycho? What kind of name? Wait, what's the name? Psycho Parrot?
Psycho Circus.
I was messaging Psycho back and then I came live, so that's... Yeah, I haven't checked it again. So we're talking about that. Then I think she said...
Hey, Kimber.
Said they'll be okay.
Oh, good. What's
somebody's
going on, Noli?
talking to you, Mom.
Oh, yes? No,
Hey,
you
Kimber,
look so
you know how
handsome.
you're gonna cosplay Cher, right?
Yes, you still want me to do that, don't you?
What if I cosplay like Prince or something?
That'd be hot.
Okay, now that I could actually see happening.
Baby, I love that idea.
I mean, I already have his like the facial hair and the hairs.
We should play I Would Die For You.
That is my favorite song ever.
Me too.
When I went to Alexis Mateo's thing in Vegas when I met up with her, her friend did that song.
I love that song.
I love Vegas. I need to go back.
Me too. Carter, are we just the same person or what?
We are.
Fun. You're gonna be my Vegas buddy.
I can't. I have to see Kimber in like a baseball cap with her ponytail out, drinking that little slush.
Really?
I have to see it.
Stop it.
It is a thing now, Kimber. It's gonna be stuck in my mind.
Somebody is being a minx right now.
Like Kimber, like a Yankees hat or something, just walking around New York, minding our own business.
What's happening?
Yeah. Paint rock on. I love that. No, baby, what are you doing? Who's being a mean?
What's the tea?
Noel started his new show today.
I
Ed
like that
Jean
song.
Monster. Ooh, hence your new face. Is that the monster, Noel? I think he's very handsome. Paige, thank you, love.
Hey, Kimber, one of my commenters is Die With A Smile. It's my favorite.
Ooh, you like that song?
One of my followers.
Ooh, you could be Bruno Mars and I could be Lady Gaga. We could duet that.
I could see that. Yeah.
No Lady Gaga.
What?
No Lady Gaga.
What? I love Gaga.
I know. You don't look like Gaga.
True.
That's a compliment.
But you were a Gaga hater. Did you like Katy Perry better back in the day?
Katy Perry.
Yeah, I did. Do you guys see that Katy Perry trend going on with Thinking of You song?
No, I still haven't seen it because I never liked Katy Perry.
No.
Matt, where are you again? Texas?
No, that's intense. Paige, I love Gaga too.
What do you say?
Wait, what did who say?
I didn't hear it.
I was doing something.
Guess what? Okay, guess what we're talking about over here?
I forgot.
Alpha Tango, thank you for liking the live.
Hey, Kimber, do you think that would I pull off you think I could, if I tried to pull off like a Prince cosplay or something?
Yeah, you should do it. You'd be really good at it.
You should talk to TJ about cosplay.
Yeah, TJ cosplay 27.
27?
7. Cosplay 27. You'll never forget it.
Okay.
Stop it, Pete. Just dance for us.
Who's dancing?
You. I want you to dance.
Not me.
Why? Just show us.
I copy people. the club and I copy.
Good. You're paying attention in your homework.
You little
Yeah.
silly copycat.
Batty.
Batty with the Batty.
Batty with the 10 pins. Oh, thank you. You're wild. Or
A little bit. I'm kind of.
Why are you shy?
I'm like shy. I'm like I'll go there, but I'm more quiet.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, I'm the same.
What makes you shy, baby? We're all here.
Gotta let the world see who I am. Then
Yeah. Wow, you're beautiful.
Yeah.
You look like the northern star of life.
Thanks.
Yeah. A sexy muffin.
I'll look sexy.
Yes. Dorina needs to make a live appearance.
Kimber's already at 6. That's crazy.
Thank you so much for the tag.
And I'm still at 0 over here.
Well, Starina, you're not engaging with your followers. You're not engaging with your people.
Well, there's one person over here now, so.
I have a question.
First gift is, y'all. Everything is times 2.
You guys are in times 2 right now. Thank you, Paige. Times 2.
Hey, Kimber, I have a question.
Yeah.
Kimber.
You think if I live streamed me designing stuff, would you watch that or no?
Yeah, I would watch it. Like drawing.
From the sketch to the mood board and all the sewing. And
yeah, you should do it.
And on person,
Yeah, you should do it. I think you, sweetie.
It's
I
on
don't
the
know how
comments
you're
said
gonna
too. I would watch it too. Thanks.
Hi, cowboy. How are you, cowboy? Starina. You need to take a nap.
No, I don't.
You really do? You got no sleep today, Starina.
We're gonna have to pull Blake up here soon.
Oh,
Kimber,
yeah.
what's your favorite Prince song?
I would die for you. Thank you so much, Noel. Thank you, Noli baby.
I appreciate that, Paige.
I'm not going to sleep anytime soon. I'm staying up.
Thank you, Noel.
Is Max still in here? I was kind of rude when I was doing a reading sprint. Max? Aaron.
No. Not anymore.
Hey, Kimber, how do you do the background?
It's in enhance, the button enhance at the bottom, and then you can choose the background. Freaking Noel, baby. Thank you, love. Are you excited for your new show?
What's the show?
It's something on Netflix. Monster. Ed something monster.
Why?
What's it called, Noli?
Okay, so why have I heard of it?
Have you heard of it?
No, but I've seen the title of it, I think. So
I guess it's a guy who made skin lamps in the 40s.
I need to go by back person. It's
okay.
Wait, Noli, fill us in, Noli. Working 9 to 5. Yes, Matt Ortiz.
You like it?
You knew. You understood the assignment.
Yeah.
I was waiting for it. Yeah, super messed up though. Last one was the Menendez brothers. It's wild. Very wild, Noel.
Kimber, have you Silverwood?
Oh, what is that?
Amusement and water park.
Oh, no. I've never been to Idaho either. What is it? Is it haunted?
Fun.
Oh, really?
Oh,
I'm joking.
Lord have mercy.
Are you gonna go?
I'm joking.
I know, you're so cute.
Yeah, I'm not trying to.
That in? What book page? What are you talking about?
Hey, Leo.
Yes, Paige. That one did. Well, I don't remember if that did, but another one I read recently was I can't remember.
Thank you, everyone, for liking the live.
Why did they mention Silverwood in that book? I forget.
Did you see? What's going on, everyone?
You know who I think the prettiest woman alive is Nicole Scherzinger.
Timber?
Who?
Nicole Scherzinger.
Oh my God, she is gorgeous.
Hands down.
I agree. She's gorgeous. Matt Ortiz.
When you get off, watch her music video called Wet.
Wet? Okay. Yeah, she's
Timber.
beautiful.
You know what one of my goals are?
What?
One, it'll happen. I don't know if this year or next year. But I'm trying to have someone wear a dress I design at Met Gala. So.
Oh yeah.
So
did you love
Met Gala? It's annoying.
It's like its own world. So it's either hate or
Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah, Sabrina Carpenter looked amazing. I love those freaking heels she had on.
Paige.
Love.
What?
No, baby, you got matching power up.
You know who Nicole Scherzinger is?
Thank you so much, Noel. You're my MVP, baby. Got matching power up. Thank you, Phil. Thank you, Paige. Yeah, I love Nicole. Whatever.
Did Blake go?
Was he on? She on?
Didn't you say hi to them like a minute ago?
Oh yeah, she said I'll be on in a minute or later or something like that. Something like I'll be right back or something like that. Matthew Ortiz. Who was your favorite look at the Met Gala, Miss Ortiz?
Ain't gonna lie, I was honestly working on a bunch of projects. I didn't watch it.
Oh, give me a break. You didn't see any look.
Not gonna lie. I don't want to lie and just be like I did.
Matt,
wow.
Your personality.
How?
It just is.
You're just sweet.
It's just cute.
You're precious.
The therapist thinks I have like some Asperger's or something.
Because you're not white.
Thank you, no. She says Matt Ortiz is adorable.
Yeah, my therapist thinks I have like Asperger's. So
everyone thinks I'm trans. Like they think I'm a woman to a man. Everybody.
People ask me that in my chat. They say, "Is Reed PDX female to male?"
Do they really say that?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I've seen it before.
I get that all the time on Grindr, and I totally go with it.
Oh my God, I love that. I didn't want to say anything because I didn't know if you would like care.
No.
I should have figured you would.
I don't think anything can offend me.
Yeah. Thank you, Noli, baby. No.
Those glasses look good on you.
They do.
Thank you, no. You are so sweet. No, you achieved my live goal. Thank you so much. You sweet thing.
Remember, next time someone says I'm female fan, just go with it.
Go with it, yeah.
It's so funny. I tell some people and they're like, "Oh, I'm like, no."
And they love it too.
Oh yeah. If it's like a chaser or something, I go with it.
Oh my God, that is so funny. Little did they know.
Hey, Kimber, whenever I'm in your life, my fingers are always busy.
Are they? Why?
I'm tapping the screen.
I didn't see very many tabs, sweetness.
Paige said, I don't see that at all in you, but Paige in October last year when I told you I look trans female,
thank you, Phil. Noli, thank you so much for liking the live and for meeting my goal, babe.
Who's that?
Thank you, Noel.
Angel, welcome in. Thank you for the follow.
Thank you, everyone, for the tab.
Hey, Kimber, have you ever seen Gaga live?
Angel, how are you?
Yeah, a long time ago.
I want to pay $1 to see her live.
What?
You are terrible.
Why?
Well,
I think she's using people for her fame, the community.
I mean, that's just I want to know. I'm not famous, but I guess it's a famous person thing to do stuff.
Oh, I think she's so sweet.
Angel Harrow, she's sweet to get all the votes.
I love
smart to do in the music business, get the gays to vote.
I don't think so, Aaron. Not anymore.
No. My favorite song right now.
Thank you so much.
Angel, where are you from? Beyonce though.
Slay. You should be on that.
I missed that sleigh.
Slay.
Slay.
For context, we're waiting in the audience.
I think you have to go 3 days in a row.
Yeah, you do.
Hunchback said that the Four Stooges, and then Hunchback said the anti-hygiene. Wow, real cute.
Thank you for your
sweetness
and engagement.
Thank you, Baker Bestie, for taking out the trash. Shayla Aurora has entered the chat.
Yay.
Shayla Aurora has entered the chat. Shayla, Shayla, Shayla. You minx.
Minx? What is that?
What is it? What is it, Starina?
Yeah, you read the definition last.
Starina. I think Starina fell asleep.
Let's bring Aurora in here.
I'm here.
What is a minx?
Shayla, are you
I'm
ready?
trying to remember from last night.
No, Noli said she's asleep.
I'm not trying to remember it.
I know, Paige. Just wait when you.
Baby, you better figure it out.
10 o'clock here. 11, it gets wild.
Let me just
Hey, Paisley.
look it up again.
That's your dot.
Yeah, look it up, sweetness. Thank you, Noel, baby. Thank you, Baker Bestie.
What do you want to see me design, Paisley?
You guys, I'm gonna put my TV on for 1 second.
Okay, love. Time for some Will and Grace.
Like Kimber, guess what? This song in my favorite songs of all time.
Oh, I love that song. I love the bridge. I'm looking. You know, you really want to just like, just sing your heart out.
Like skirts, dresses, and shirts. Paige.
Slay, baby. Slay, you think. Thank you, Noel, so much for liking the live. Thank you, everyone, for tapping the screen. Shay Bebe. Shayla Nia.
All right.
I can't wait. I'm eating. Hey,
this
Boozy.
Is what.
Oh, get closer. Thank you so much for the heart, me, my love. Thank you, Boozy.
It's the definition for minx, Matt.
I know what it was.
That's lovely.
Can you read it? Read it out loud to us.
Okay. It says
we gotta see a face reveal, babe.
It says an impudent, cunning, or
do that page.
boldy, flirtatious girl, woman.
You
minx.
No, he says no. Starina Ingenue.
No, have mercy.
Stop it, Starina.
And guess who messaged me on Snap?
JT.
Thank you so much, Boozy Brute. Thank you, babe. You are my MVP. You got the match power-ups, my love. Thank you, everyone, for the taps, and thank you, Boozy Brute. Is Shay still here? Shay Aurora.
Hey, Kimber, you know what's been really good lately?
Like, what?
I've been making friends with more drag queens and people like that, and they're all just so like loving.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, good. Where are you meeting them?
At school and just places, and like also making a lot of trans friends. They're all pretty.
It keeps saying unable to identify my puzzle.
Why?
And that has happened to me.
Paige, JT was on here last night. You were just liking him well.
Oh, JT's here. Hi, JT. Are you gonna come on tonight, sweet thing?
He's so funny.
She is so funny.
Yeah.
Please do not make me start.
What?
So basically, before how do I say this? before to a box here. Basically, you and the other Matt was saying he.
It's because I got it from Kimber, and Kimber is just being
don't.
She needs to be more tolerant of trans. I got it from her.
Even though I said the right pronouns every time. You know, JT, what do you have to say? He said I am a he.
Well, so apparently, JT, you are not trans after all.
Maybe he's like a boy today, and then changes his mind all of a sudden tomorrow.
He's probably androgynous.
Oh, jeez.
Starina, you were the one asking for a chest picture.
Yeah, you were trying to
Don't, Mom, don't leave him with me, please. Thank you.
You were so blunt. Blake, baby, hello, my love. Hi, down bad. TJ, down bad, bro. Almost said TJ. JT. Blakey, baby.
Hey, Kimber, guess what my pronouns are?
It.
Zell.
Gazelle.
Zell.
Zell. Oh, Zell. Cash App. You are bad. Oh, jeez. No, Noli said, jeez. That is so funny. We were saying that last night, Noli. I think maybe you were here, bro.
Thanks, Paige.
Jeez.
Well, look at who finally showed up.
Oh, thank
which
you for
is
the heart
Blake
me.
on y'all's side.
Blake, thank you so much for the heart me. Are you home yet, sweet girl?
And apparently JT is not over here with me, though.
Go ask, JT. Go hang out with Starina Ingenue.
Hey, Kimber, can you do that face?
What? Are you screenshotting me?
No.
Okay, so JT's here for my side.
Paige, yeah, you just click on their name.
I know.
Shayla, Carrie, I said, where's our Shayla? Shayla's in the chat right now. Shayla, make it known, girl.
She's not ready to make her appearance yet. We're waiting for her.
Clock it, Shayla. Clock it for us, baby.
What's the build-up for, though?
She's been banned for 3 days.
Oh.
You didn't know that?
Yeah. And it's felt like 36 weeks.
No wonder it's been so silent.
Shayla says she's counting drawers at the end of her shift. Hell yeah, Shayla.
Counting drawers.
Count them coins, baby. Lock that door up and say goodnight, Burger King. I got my TikTok to go to.
She would never say bye to Burger King, though. She's known for that.
She couldn't live without her Impossible Whopper.
Thanks, Paige.
So JT said something.
Hey, what did JT say?
So basically saying what is wrong with you, and basically said you're calling me a girl. How rude. And basically said
We're the.
and
I like that username.
And also said I can be what I want to be. So
I guess he's upset because you called him a girl.
Uh-huh.
Thank you, Blake. You're so sweet. Thank you for the corgi love.
Your profile picture is Spider-Man?
No. Noli said, Starina, go to sleep.
No. Nope.
Noli, I tried.
Stay up.
Noli, she ain't giving up, baby. Chris, thank you for the heart me.
How late were you on last night?
Oh my god, really late. Really late. I would think I streamed for like 11 hours. I'm not kidding.
And then somebody hopped in to like TJ's live.
Hey, Letus.
Oh really? Who?
You.
Oh yeah, after I got off, I was eating.
Mm-hmm.
And I got on, and I was eating on live, on the audio.
What were you eating?
Mexican chicken legs and a baked potato.
I like chicken too.
Yes, the same here.
Oh my god, you minx, Tyler Lee. Welcome back, baby. Did you sleep good?
Minx.
Potato. Oh my god, that was so cute. Potato in Paris. Thank you, Blake, baby.
Where's Shayla coming
You
from?
minx. You are a minx, Blake. She's still at work.
Oh, she is?
She's counting the drawers, so she's almost done. Hi, Jack. Thank you,
I
you
cannot
minx.
believe this.
Tyler Lee, what?
JT said something else to me.
JT said, "Let me up after."
Let me up.
That's not what they said. They said you're canceled to me. But I am fixing to start blushing because basically
Thank you so much.
Because Kirsten is in my life.
Oh.
And thank you for the heart me, Kirsten. Thank you very much.
Oh, are you blushing over Chrissy?
Yes, I am.
Oh, Minx.
Minx.
JT said cheater alert.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, Paige.
Listen, you got all the baddies out of you right now. It's Doreen.
Yeah, but I have one person signed now to, and that is here. So.
Yeah, baby. Thank you so much, my MVP. Match power ups, baby. Bootsters.
I'm dating myself.
Paige, Noel, Kristen, thank you so much. What, Love Muffin?
I'm dating myself.
You're digging yourself?
Dating myself.
That's what I did.
Baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta go pee again, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay, go Tinkle. What's down bad one talk? How should we do it? Do we need to go in the guest box for a little bit? Oh.
Yes, we might have to do that.
Okay, everyone join, and then we'll do guest box.
Okay, let's do that right now.
Okay.
Okay.
JT's. Oh, Blake, baby, thank you so much. My Blake sweetness. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Hi, sweetness.
Hey, love.
Hi, baby.
How are we?
Thank you so much, my love. You're so sweet.
Kimber, how did your daughter misgendering me?
Baby, I don't know. I'm trying to get her on here right now. Where's Matt? Oh, there's Matt.
She's gonna hear from it. The bird and show is canceled.
Serena ain't playing. Oh my gosh, she have eye patches on? Or is that paint? Oh, I love that. How cute.
Hey, Blake, that's cute.
Just to let y'all know, we're canceling the show.
Baby. Wait, they have to get off live and get on my live. I don't know why. Serena.
They don't know how to work the app, okay? Just
what
give them
show?
The JT and Starina show.
Oh, Matt can't end his live. Yes. Oh my gosh. Let me snap him. Starina needs to figure it out. She's still on live. Okay, everyone end. I'm so sorry to be annoying. Can everyone end, and then I'm gonna try to join them to try to get them to come over here.
No worries.
Okay. I just thought of it, and I said everything. You can't leave because you're at.
You can't leave it.
Hey, yeah, you can't leave it.
Put JT and then put Blake in here.
Okay.
JT and
Starina. Oh, JT wants to talk to Starina.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Put them two up, and then we'll go back for Matt Ortiz.
Okay. Get on live.
I want to hear what he has to say to her.
Me too.
Paige, you'll see JT.
Blake, give us 1 second, Blake, because Starina wants to talk to JT.
Blake is like the nicest person I ever met.
Okay, so what did I miss?
I know, Blake is so amazing. Blake has eye patches on, and she looks cute. So cute. Oh, I don't think what's their name is going live. That's the only way we can do that, because I think he's at work. Where are you,
yeah, Paige,
JT?
Kimber realized we can't do it unless we get out of this thing. And
You can't end your live. I was like, oh, Matt cannot end his live.
Yes.
Hi,
JT.
Hi, JT.
Don't even get me started, Starina.
Okay.
You know exactly what you done. Oh, and you don't care?
So, here's the thing, though, and this is not towards somebody, but I just want to say to the good news. Apparently, Mom. So, apparently, what Kirsten said was we can talk and get to know each other for sure.
Ooh, I love that.
Yep, she's a cheater, y'all.
I'm gonna go pee real quick.
Okay. Oh my God, yeah.
I don't want to miss anything.
She misgendered me.
I was there for that.
So you know what, Starina? The Starina and JT show canceled.
Ooh.
So okay, so let me just say this one thing though. So the reason I called you a girl, it's because of the voice. The last time.
Bro, you seriously think I sound like a girl?
Well, from last night.
Bye, Matt.
Bro, I'm talking exactly how I was talking last night.
Okay.
Kimber, get your daughter. She's really just misbehaving this week.
I said that I was not gonna intrude in her relationship, so I don't have any comments.
Well, we're done. We're done. Me and her, done.
I really think, Starina, that you should work on this because you know how successful JT is, so I really think that you should try to work this out. Not saying that Kristen's not successful. I know you want to get to know her. I know you like her, but I'm just saying,
It's okay.
JT really adored you.
I don't think we can fix this. I think it's done and over with.
Serena, how does that make you feel? Berry Bull, you are terrible. Go live, Berry Bull.
She didn't even play Fortnite with me like she said she was.
Is that true?
Because.
Thank you, Tyler Lee.
Because I was watching Netflix.
It don't take all day to
my Xbox.
It don't take all day to watch Netflix.
And the only time.
That's not true.
So the only time I got on Fortnite was to check the shop.
Oh, so you actually got on Fortnite? Wow.
Go live, Berry Bull.
He got on Fortnite but didn't invite me. Wow.
Wow.
That's crazy.
We're done.
Because I don't even know your name on Fortnite.
I sent it to you like last night. Come on, be for real. And Kimber, she put the chat.
Here?
She put the chats to delete because she asked me for a chest picture.
Oh, did you, Starina?
That was last night. Tonight's a new day. Thank you very much.
But it's an issue from last night.
What were you hoping to see with that picture, Starina?
The TMI. Not going to answer.
What is that?
Tyler, Uncle Tai says, "Oh, Starina, you minx."
Thank you very much, Tyler. Thank you. Okay.
Berry Bull, you hurt me more. Okay.
Now I'm just sad because I thought this show was gonna work and it's not.
there was okay. So there's one thing that makes no sense.
What, bro? What makes no sense?
So when you said on Snap that you sell stuff, what stuff is it?
Yes, honey, I sell Pokemon cards on website.
That's
I've never heard of the website though, but okay.
It's an application. It's an application to sell like Pokemon cards.
Hi, Kristen,
My brother
baby.
gets all his graded and stuff.
Yes, I have. Oh, you know what? Let me show you some of my work.
Yeah,
you and your testosterone.
He has like 200 of some are the originals when we were in the 90s, and he has like 200 more that are worth money.
Okay, now that is a lot.
Ooh, are you at your work? Is that where you were?
Yup, this is 23K karat gold.
Ooh, I love that.
Yup, and this is not even 10% of the stuff I have.
Wow. Yeah, that's all yours?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, baby. Look at you, cutie.
Now,
look at that.
Look at it.
Oh my god, I love you. Starina, look who it is.
I know.
And I will not be sending no more cute selfies anymore.
I'll get them all.
And so you didn't end up sending the picture?
What? I thought he was grabs.
Okay, so what were you talking about, Matt?
I'm gonna stay single because I don't think I could ever do
it. Serena, his heart.
I'm very sorry though.
Well,
I did.
So you two,
sorry is not an option anymore.
Sure, to work at this, sweetie. This is real work.
Why?
This is
Why, Mom?